up for Kuba. Yay! The stage is yours, brother. You ready?
Powerless, frustrated, annoyed. This is what myself and other driven people I know feel like when they have a behavior that they know doesn't align with the person they want to be, yet they do it anyway. So today, I want to help you overcome that behavior in 3 simple steps without the use of willpower alone. First of all, I want to take you back to 2019. Young Kuba, still failing to grow his beard, limping off the football pitch in complete agony. My groin completely torn to shreds. I remember the pain worsening with every single step. Yet, there was only one thing on my mind, to head down to the local pub where my mates were at. I remember opening the door and a strange sense of comfort coming from the smell of salt and vinegar crisps and stale beer. I remember limping over to the table where my mates were at, and as I got closer and closer, all I can hear ringing in my ears is, "Oh my God, look at the state of that." There was only one thing for it in my mind. I order my £1.98 pint of cider and get it down in one. 5 minutes later, 2 more pints follow exactly the same pattern. I remember I was feeling so much more confident. I remember ripping back into my mates. I remember setting my sights on being the last man standing on the night out. And that was until my mate looks at his phone, bursts out laughing, and shows me a Facebook post stating that my ex-partner go with the guy she had an affair with whilst we were together. And I remember the series of drinks that followed didn't help me be the last man standing, but led me to the worst mental headspace I've ever been in. And I tried to quit time and time again. I was never really successful. So this is why I was left really confused when suddenly, over a 12-month period, I noticed that my consumption went down from a couple of times per week down to once a month, if even that. And it made me wonder, how has a behavior that has taken the life of my uncle, that has taken the life of one of the main father figures in my life, has begun to go away by itself? And what I realized was that alcohol used to fulfill a need for me, and when I used to take it out, I left a void. So what I want to do today in 3 simple steps is to help you fill that void so you don't have to rely on willpower alone. So first of all, what I want you to do is to write down all the advantages that the behavior in question gives you. Next to each advantage, I want you to write out 1 to 2 alternative actions that you can take to still fulfill that advantage. Point number 2, I want you to go away for 4 weeks, combine the behavior in question with the alternative action or 2, and get super creative with this. Really experiment, because you need to do the reps 10, 50, 20, 30 times if you can. Because in step number 3, I want you to review, has the frequency of the behavior over the 4 weeks reduced? If it has, amazing, keep going. If it hasn't, okay, cool. What have I learned here? Go back to point number 1. A really good example from my own practice of a client has been, if you're noticing that a bottle of wine or 2 on a Friday night helps you switch off after a hard week, yet it skews your food choices for the rest of the weekend and you're trying to lose weight. How about trying to head out for a meal with your partner, a meal that, of course, aligns with your goals, and having a little bit of wine there, see how you get on. Because if it wasn't for me unconsciously experimenting like this, if it wasn't for me starting my own business and that helping to fulfill a lot of the needs that alcohol used to fulfill for me. I wouldn't be standing here in front of you guys in beautiful Bali helping you overcome your behaviors. Thank you.
Oh, good timing.
Thank you.
Good timing.
Wow, that's amazing timing. Nice.
Thank you.
Nice.